All right, now let's come on in here. Come on, get into your seats. If you're not going to sit down, then let's have a pep rally. You think I'm a state graduate? You're right. But I want to say this. This is the dog that roots for the Rebels. Hotty toddy, go dogs, go. Come on, let's hear it out there. This is in the morning. You know, we've got the #1 team in the country. We've got the #4 team in the country. In the history of this state, that's never happened. You better be excited about it. They've done more for economic development than Blake Wilson has this year. Y'all got to remember that. All right, come on in here. If you're proud of our university system, I want to hear you say something. I just say, yay! Let's hear it. Come on. The lead-off speaker cannot say very much to get a crowd upset other than the fact that we are #1 and #4 in the nation. If somebody asks you a trivia question 20 years from now, who is the first team to ever be #1 to play in the national playoffs, who would you say? MSU, and Ole Miss is #4. That'll never happen. I told my 5-year-old granddaughter, I said, in your lifetime, Mississippi State's #1, Ole Miss was #3. This was before last weekend. I said, in your lifetime, and you're just 5 years old, Poppy is 70, and that's the first time it's ever happened in his lifetime. You better be excited about this. What's wrong with y'all? Get excited about what we're doing. Come on. All right. It's so good in the state, I'm not going to talk negative. I'm not going to talk about Obamacare, long-term health care rates. I'm not going to talk about the problems or opportunities we have in insurance. I'm going to try to tell you some good things. This is one good thing I want to leave with you. Y'all ready? This is good. All right, y'all ready? Many years ago, we had something called the Frankel case. My predecessor, George Dale, went in to try to see what he could do to recapture money. He did a wonderful job. Here it is, 7 years into my second term now. I've been here 7 years. We have recovered, this is the first time we made this public, $158 million for the estate of the Frankel case. Folks, that's a lot of money. Out of that $158 million, $120 million of that money will be distributed and has been distributed in the state of Mississippi. We put $60 million into the safety net. We've repaid the policyholders through the guarantee funds, $14.5 million, and we'll go back to them. And then the next 30 to 40 days, I will distribute another $30 million to the guarantee funds and the safety nets. And sometime in the early part of next year, we'll distribute the remaining $15 million. That's a lot of money recovered through the efforts of somebody that was diligent in that job. That's good news for the policyholders. Now, here's the point I want to make with you. Today, we see an intrusion into our lives by the federal government that hampers our efforts to have economic development and job development in our states. If the federal government had been in charge of trying to recoup this money, chances are, one, they would not have recouped it, and number two, if they had recouped it, they would not have given it back to policyholders. They would have put it in a deep, dark hole in the bottom of a well that we would never know about. It's important that states maintain the ability to regulate insurance matters. Now, a lot of you have seen the fire safety commercials. This is the other message I want to leave with you. You know, I'm the state fire marshal. I didn't bring my helmet or my fire trucks or anything this morning, but holiday season is the worst time for fires in November and December in a home. Stand by your pan, hold your skillet. If you have a grease fire, run the top right across that pan and put the grease fire out. Don't use flour, don't use water, don't spread the fire. Call 911 and get out of the house and stay out and call 911. It's great to be here. Now, most of you know I've got a few stickers on. The greatest thing about this nation is you got to vote. November the 4th, next Tuesday, is an important date in the history of this country and in this state. I'm not trying to tell you who to vote for. I'm telling you to exercise your right to vote. Now, if you don't know who I'm voting for Thad. I just thought I'd mention that to you. Go Dogs. God bless America. God bless the great state of Mississippi. Thank you for being here.